How the millions of things we order online get from some gigantic, sprawling warehouse to our front door with like pinpoint accuracy? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the digital backbone that makes it all happen, the delivery documents inside SAP's Extended Warehouse Management, or EWM. And trust me, these aren't just files. They're the brain, the command and control for every single item on the move. No, really, just picture it. A warehouse the size of, I don't know, a dozen football fields with millions of different items. How do you stop that from becoming complete and total chaos? How does a brand new shipment of phones get from the truck to the exact right shelf? And how does your specific order get picked, packed, and shipped without a single hiccup? Well, the answer is this quiet hero, the delivery document. Think of it as the ultimate digital messenger. It carries all the critical instructions, making sure the main business system, that's the ERP, and the boots-on-the-ground warehouse system, EWM, are always perfectly in sync. It is the blueprint for every single thing that happens on that warehouse floor. Okay, so to really get how this works, we need to look at the anatomy of these documents. And it turns out they all share a really simple but incredibly powerful two-part structure. Every single delivery document is split into what's called a header and at least one item. So the header, that gives you the big picture. It's the data that applies to the entire delivery, like who the shipping partner is or the total weight. But the items, that's where the nitty-gritty details are. Each item line is for one specific product with its own quantity, its own product number. It's kind of the difference between knowing, hey, a truck just showed up, and knowing exactly what's inside it, box by box. Now, beyond that basic structure, every document has a sort of digital DNA. It's what defines its exact purpose in the warehouse. And this is all determined by two key things, its category and its type. First up, we've got the document category. You can think of this as SAP's fundamental hard-coded rule. It's the non-negotiable purpose of the document. Is it for an inbound process, like receiving goods, or an outbound process, like shipping an order? That's the category. It's fixed. You can't change it. But, and this is a huge but, this is where all the flexibility comes in, the document type. This is your rule. This is how you tailor the whole process to your specific business. So for example, the category might be inbound, but you could create different types like standard inbound for a normal supplier delivery and returns inbound for when a customer sends something back. And each of those can kick off a totally different workflow in the warehouse. And they just work together perfectly. You take SAP's fixed category, let's say PDI for an inbound delivery, you combine it with your own custom type like INB for a standard process, and boom, you get a precise functional document that's ready to go. It's this perfect blend of standardization and customization. So we've got our document's purpose locked in. But how do we control its specific behavior, right? How do we give it a unique personality for each different process we have? Well, the answer is with this super powerful set of tools called service profiles. They're basically a detailed settings menu that you get to attach to each document type, telling it exactly how to behave in almost any situation you can think of. And what a menu it is. You've got the action profile, which automates what happens next. Like, it can automatically print a shipping label the second an order is packed. Then there's the status profile, which acts like a gatekeeper, controlling the document's life from not started all the way to completed. The field control profile, that lets you customize what the user sees, deciding which fields are mandatory or even visible. And the incompleteness profile is your quality check. It stops a document dead in its tracks if crucial data like a batch number is missing. And the best part? You're making the system work for you without writing a single line of code. Okay, let's put it all together now. We have these awesome, highly customized documents in EWM, but they usually start their life way back in the main ERP system. So how does that crucial digital handshake actually happen? I mean, this is the key question for the whole integration, right? How does a standard sales order delivery from one system magically transform into the very specific behavior-driven document that the warehouse staff actually need? It all happens through this really simple, kind of elegant mapping process. First, the ERP system sends its delivery, let's just say it's type LF. When EWM gets this message, it doesn't just take it at face value. It immediately checks its rulebook, a mapping table that you set up. In there, it finds the rule that says, hey, when you see an LF from ERP, you need to create an OutB document here in EWM. And just like that, the correct, fully configured EWM document springs to life, ready for action. See, this isn't just a data transfer, it's a translation. It makes sure that the commercial plan from the ERP system is flawlessly translated into an actionable, operational plan on the warehouse floor. It keeps everything consistent and just stamps out errors. And really, that's the main takeaway here. This whole layered structure, the header and item, the category and type, all fine-tuned with service profiles, it might seem a little complex at first, but it's precisely that structure that gives businesses the power and the agility to design warehouse processes that perfectly match their own unique needs. So, now that you understand the blueprint behind basically every single movement in an EWM warehouse, it really makes you think, right? If you had these tools at your fingertips, what kind of custom processes would you build to create the perfect, most efficient warehouse operation?
Hey everyone. In today's